This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is February 27th, 2023. We are performing a video sewer re-inspection after hydrojetting. We are located at 6430-6430 Bryn, Mawr, B-R-Y-N-M-A-W-R Drive, Los Angeles, California, 90068. This is our 4-inch ABS plastic mainline sewer cleanout that is on the deck on the right hand side of the house, and that's the electrical panel. And we're going to set our camera right at the opening, zero out our camera monitor. Okay, we're zeroed out. We're going to begin running our camera through the line, re-inspection. We got most of the roots out of here in the ABS joint, but we didn't want to overdo it and blow that joint apart. There shouldn't be any root intrusion in ABS plastic. There was a failed joint and that area needs to be repaired. Now we're going to be transitioning here to vitreous clay. We have a major area right here at the vitreous clay transition. We have a break right at that joint. Kind of hard to see in the turn, but there is a break right at that joint and it's not tied in real well. We're going to continue on further. We have quite a few breaks. We have a large hole, one area. We also have bellies in the line. We're underwater now. We weren't underwater. And right here we have a major break. You can see there's a piece broken out on the right hand side from about the 1 o'clock to about the 6 o'clock area. And we didn't want to overdo it. We got the majority of the roots out, but there's a major break right there. We're going to continue to push in. Yeah, we couldn't overdo that and try and get all those roots out, or we would have blown that joint right apart and collapsed the sewer line. Coming up to another area, you're going to have some roots that are floating in the water that are loose, like that one that was cut and that is loose, and they will wash through. Coming up to another joint, we also have another break. There's the joint right there, and we have another area right in front of us where we have a break. We're coming up to it right here in a large offset. We're going to continue pushing in. And there's another area where we have a huge hole, a very large hole. And I believe at the top we had a hole in the pipe. It's kind of hard to see just passing it as well. But we're going to continue pushing in. And at about 15 feet when we pull back, we may be able to see a little bit easier. But we're holding water in the line. We've got a crack in the piping here. You can see how that shifted right there, that joint, and then inside that area we've got a crack. We're going to continue to push in. As I said, we're holding water. We got a lot of dips and bellies in the line. Coming up to this right here is where we have a very large hole, and the piping's close to collapsing here. On your left hand side you can see it where it's come apart, and you've got a gap of about 2 inches in between the piping and the earth, and a piece is completely broken out of it, and that we had to be very careful. We didn't want to go any further hydrojetting in fear of collapsing that area. And then we're going to keep running in. Now we've got we're going to keep running in. We've got another joint. The majority of the property line sewer has major damage from root intrusion. And in here we have a break at the top of the piping as well. We got the majority of the root intrusion, but we had to be very careful again because this area is broken pretty badly. There's a large gaping hole right there in the top. Again, we're going to continue running in. Got a major offset in this joint. You can see the whole face of the pipe on the left hand side. You don't see it on the right. It's just shifted drastically. You're going to continue running in. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time from what we can see. It's difficult to see. In certain areas we had large cracks in the piping as well, and we may be able to see some of them. Here we've got a crack in the piping, and then we have an offset in the joint. So we have a crack in the piping here that you can see. There's the crack in the piping, goes all the way around, and then we're coming back in further, and that's the joint, and the joint's offset. We're going to continue running in. Running up to another joint, and that joint's got a minor offset. That's not terrible. Still offset, but not terrible. Then we're going to continue to run in. Running out now toward the property line transition, toward the end of the decking. And we've got another crack right before this joint as well, as you can see. Goes all the way around the piping. And it's broken pretty badly. Then we've got a pretty good size offset as well. There's another crack. Unfortunately, the property line sewer has so much damage that can't really repair it. It's going to have to be replaced. Running out toward another joint. We have a break in this joint as well, where the pipes come apart. You can see where the pipe joint is, and then you see the break right back behind it, where the piping is actually shifting and coming apart. So we're going to continue to run in. The roots are fairly destructive. They're very strong, as you've seen, raise up sidewalks and such, and the roots have done quite a bit of damage to the sewer piping here. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Had some root intrusion, but again, not terrible. Have another joint. And we're holding back some water. We have a little belly in the line right here, so it makes it very difficult to see. We're going to actually go underwater. We're going to continue running in, and then we make a turn. And we're turning now, and we're transitioning to the city sewer. The saddle's completely broken right there. That is the city sewer tie-in connection in the street. And you can see as we pull back, that saddle fitting is cracked and broken from the roots, from the root intrusion, all the way around it. It can't really, trying to repair something like that with a liner or an epoxy or something like that is not going to hold. It needs to be physically replaced. So we're going to pull back now. We've marked this area out in the street at approximately 5 feet deep. And now we're going to pull back about 10 to 15 feet. We're going to locate the area just so we get a good idea of exactly where it would need to be excavated. Back to about 37. We're going to pull back to approximately 37 feet, and we're going to locate this area. And we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to try and locate now. We're underwater. It's got to make a turn right in here somewhere, so we're going to keep locating. Pause for a moment. Okay, located this area. Go ahead and push in. That's where we're at. Push it in. Yeah. Huh?
How's that work?
Can we pause for a moment? Okay, we've located, the line goes directly under the palm tree in the corner of the property, on the right hand corner of the property, and then goes out to the city sewer. We're going to begin pulling back. We don't need to look at it again. We're underwater in the belly. This is where it makes its turn. It was going straight on the property underneath the deck. And then it makes that turn by the palm tree. Goes from the clean out underneath the decking out to that corner of the palm tree, makes a turn, and goes out to the city sewer. So we've located which direction it's going, and we know what needs to be done, and we will write the report. We're just going to continue pulling back now, and we will conclude our video sewer inspection. There's a big hole in the top of the piping. Numerous holes, numerous breaks, cracks. Got some water running in the house too, I believe. We have a home inspector inside the house running water. And now we're pulling up and out of our mainline sewer clean out. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection post hydro jetting. Thank you.